That was definitely a solid rip, and as you can tell by the excitement of the thumbnail, I have just got back from one of the best test sessions ever in my no prep drag RC journey. I'm Chad, and this is the Dorky and 40 channel. So what is up, guys? Hope your weekend was great. It is Tuesday here in Ohio. It is a lovely day, 70 some degrees. I just got finished from a great testing night. I did a lot of work to the slash. This is what I am calling by, you can see the title, back to basics. Getting rid of all of these crazy mods that we kind of fall into when we start watching all these different videos of all these people that do this constantly and have sponsorships and go to races all the time and all that stuff. A lot of it is over the head of us beginners, and that's what I'm trying to get into. So if you're having frustrations with your build and you've done and watched all these videos and listened to all these podcasts, maybe you should take some advice too and kind of just go back to basics on your slash. We'll show you what I did here on the bench real quick, and then we'll show you some more of the running video. So we've got the associated kit build coming up, guys. We also got the J Concepts body there for it. Got a Robinson Racing gear inside there. Lots more stuff on the way for this build, so that way we can run 2 no prep cars. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and check out my no prep playlist here. All the videos showing you my trials and tribulations. So you can see, guys, we're going back to basics. We took off the wheelie bar, remounted the front shocks, remounted the rear shocks to kind of give them a little bit more up and down travel. I think that whole setup and everything that I had going on might work for some people, that if you're running a certain type of frame and stuff, but obviously all of that stuff that you watch on YouTube and everything else probably doesn't translate over to this actual vehicle. If I was running that chassis, then maybe. Needless to say, the hype train is real, and I fell for it hard. I went all in on this build with all the content I could soak up. All the parts that I saw just needed to go into that build. So I went back to a 92 spur and a 20 tooth pinion. Just want to get this thing doing wheelies, like trying to really hook up and get some good weight transfer going on. Took all those weights off of the front end, moved the battery pad up a little bit, and we're going to see how it works. I did put a little bit of toe out on the fronts just because I hear that helps with tracking a lot better, so we're going to test that out. We've got the primes on here. I was driving around outside testing out, went with got a Spectrum in there now instead of the Fly Sky, just because the manual's written in English and you can kind of understand what's going on versus trying to make it up for yourself. Neutral when it comes to everything, except for I do have limiters up here in the fronts, so I'll be taking shock caps, like the, your preload adjustments with me out to the school, and we'll do some hits and stuff and just see how this thing launches and how it performs. Just try to get this thing going straight in a somewhat consistent fashion, but really just looking for this front end to pop up, just get it going like a drag car. Like I want, this thing to hook. I'm just trying to get things like that going to build some consistency, and then we'll go from there. So this is the setup, guys. Got it all off. I know when I add the wheelie bar back on there, it's going to totally change things again, but as of right now, I'm just not convinced that I even need it, because I just don't see no lift on the front end at all. And obviously that comes down to like weight, the gearing, everything else like that. So we're going back to basics and we'll figure it out. So we'll be out at the school next. So I've been out here kind of playing around with this for the past like 10 minutes, just trying to get in like some expo dialed in, steering rates and everything like that. I've lost a little bit of punch on my battery, probably down, I don't know, 0.2, 0.3 volts. I was really at the beginning like able to get the front end to pop up. So I definitely have accomplished that. So even on the 90-19 gearing, I definitely can probably put that wheelie bar back on there and see exactly what happens. But just getting everything dialed in as far as the actual suspension and stuff, it just is a lot smoother. As far as it just seems to be a lot more predictable. I'll try to do a hit here real quick. So I don't have any preload or nothing dialed in right now at all. This is nearly a neutral setup. So let's just give it the gas and see what happens after this car goes by, of course. That was pretty freaking wicked. Very unexpected. That thing literally wheelied the entire way down there. Holy cow. That's what I'm talking about. I got the primes on there right now. Dusty. They're not super clean or nothing at all. So let's do another hit after this car comes by here. All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Wow, this is a lot different. So let's try and see what happens with a little less throttle kick to it. So that's going like super dead straight. Zoom in here, you can see the bike riding nice and low. Just a small burnout. Try to position the camera here. So I'm trying, basically just shooting for that gap right there in the parking lot, and then that one right there. So that's probably like a good 30 to 40 feet, maybe a little bit longer. So let's do another hit here. Not as straight that time, but good enough. All right, let's give it the full beans this time and see if we can get it to do those crazy wheelies again. Nope. So I've always just found that I've been a lot more successful just not hitting that throttle right at the beginning. I mean, I know that's just what everybody wants to do, is just pull that trigger and just go. But I just seem to have the best luck when I just kind of slowly roll into it. So we can check the motor temps. I mean, the motor is just slightly warm, pretty much what I would expect, doing pass after pass after pass. So, definitely going to need some more testing, but this is definitely where I want to be right now. My expectations are pretty satisfied, just taking all that stuff off and going to something just more common on how the slash is actually set up to run instead of trying to reinvent the wheel. I understand why everybody does that with all the different kind of frames and stuff, and you know, it's pretty tempting to listen to what everybody says with their builds and all that kind of stuff like that, but it just seems like running as close to a stock slash setup is giving me pretty much the best results. So we're gonna roll into the throttle again. And I mean, it's dead straight. I mean, that's definitely what I need to be competitive. All I need is some more speed. So what do you think, guys? Pretty stoked. That's what I think. Now, obviously, we're going to have to put the pinion up. We need to gain some more speed. Still need to work on that initial hit. I don't like rolling on because when the competition gets hot, I need that punch. I need it to hook. Now, we didn't do anything with tire prep, testing. Everything was cold, all that stuff. But the whole point of today's video was just to rip all that crazy mods out with spacers and weird shock placements, all that stuff, and just get that slash frame back to where it likes to run, close to stock, just in with the oils and the weights and all that kind of stuff. Got rid of all that extra stuff. So now we're going to have to do that stuff with the pinion gears. We're going to have to add the wheelie bar back on. We're going to have to do some more testing and everything like that. But at least we are in good shape. Things are going straight. Spectrum controller versus the Fly Sky. Big difference, because I actually know what I'm changing now because the manual is written in English. Actually, the Fly Sky doesn't even have a manual. So anyway, there's going to be a lot more coming up on the channel, guys. Hopefully some of this helps you out. If you have any questions, please don't forget to leave a comment and ask. Follow my journey here. I will follow yours. Let me know your no prep channels that really like to watch you guys evolve as well. So we will see you the next time on the next video. Thanks a lot and peace.